evening and welcome to Collect Your Cars. I'm Lance, your host. With me in the studio with me in the studio, Mr. Petty, how you doing?
Good.
And look at this guy in the middle. The home let him out for the night.
Yeah.
The white-haired guy.
Yeah, the white-haired guy.
The antique guy.
Hey,
Antique guy.
There's nothing wrong with white-haired guys.
The antique guy.
I'm in here for
The
5
antique
seconds.
guy.
I'm attacked. Already.
See?
No,
From
no.
both sides.
It's affectionate.
Oh, they're already, Bill, they're already ticked at you because they have to give up their comfy chairs because we only
Well,
have
that's
Two.
true, yeah.
Yeah.
You could have had your comfy chairs.
Yeah.
I would have just sat on the
Did you
counter in front
see
of
the
him.
chairs they had on stilts last week with these guys? I looked up all night. My neck was sore.
We didn't choose those. We wanted the comfy ones.
I know.
Yeah, we got
Do you
plenty
notice
in them
I
chairs.
announced everybody but Mr. Mergens?
Ah, yes.
How you doing?
Good evening and
Welcome.
Welcome to Collect Your Cars.
You're an also.
Hey.
Yeah, I know.
It's good to have the gang all here again. Very cool.
It's good to be
I like
back.
it. Yeah. Well, you know, Bill and I have been talking. We had a call where we answered them good morning. Then we had calls where it was good afternoon, and then it was good evening. So we've been kind of back and forth all day. But I wanted to make sure that Bill got on tonight to talk just a little bit about the AACA coming up Saturday. I know you were on pins and needles with the weather.
It's supposed to be great.
Oh, it's
But
going
it's
to be
supposed to
beautiful.
be beautiful.
Now. Right.
You know, so going to be a good one.
Gonna
And
dry
Mr.
up.
Petty, well, we can talk about how he smashed up the race car again.
I didn't do it.
You didn't do it. The car goes into the
other
wall,
guy-
but it's
the other
not
guy
his
hit
fault.
you.
It didn't
Yeah.
go to wall.
No.
Went
Mark,
to the infield.
you smashed it in the front, the back, and the side. Now, I mean, even me driving, I didn't do that kind of damage.
But I'll still be racing Saturday.
I know, and you finished the race.
Yeah.
Well, you know what happened? He said all his ballast, which he had weights back there, which was illegal. He shouldn't have had that. It's like,
I seen
Don't
those weights.
tell him that.
well, because of the
We've
accident,
seen the
they caught him.
secrets in the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
He says, I got to buy lead, 200 pounds of lead,
Yeah.
$4 a pound.
Everybody's got their old sinkers and fishing weights. I'll take them.
Yeah,
I'll take the lead.
$800 worth of lead. I said, hey, I'll curl up in the trunk for you. You know, I'll give you plenty of ballast going around the turns.
We can put them in the trunk.
You know,
not let him out.
Dave Lanning just bought that new 53 Packard Caribbean, and that whole hood is leaded. You know,
Is
they
it?
leaded them. You get the hood off of that.
So
and
when
give
we're
it to
doing
Mark.
trophies,
Yeah.
you can grab the.
He'd probably not know
Yeah.
what's missing for a while.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
Won't be the same when it comes back, though.
that Caribbean is beautiful. You
Yeah.
guys have got, folks, we have got to get pictures. I was going to get pictures that night. Naturally, my camera was out of batteries. But wait till you see this. Dave did it. Now, what did he trade for that?
I got rid of the Pierce Arrow.
Oh, he got rid of the Pierce
big
Arrow,
Pierce Arrow
which was
Limousine.
again
Yeah, that was a
pretty
nice car.
rare car.
But
You
he's
don't
still,
see too
he's
many
got
of
this
those.
Packard, but he's still trying to screw Hudson nameplates on it.
Yeah.
That makes it custom.
You guys, I'm telling you. Well, we've got something a little bit new tonight. I want to save a little time at the end because I want to talk about the shows and I want to talk about the ad and stuff with Bill. But let's get right to the clip because the first thing we're going to do, Bill,
Well, we got a new feature that we're going to call "What's This?" And we're going to show you a picture, and you got to guess what it is. Now, the first one tonight won't be too difficult. I think everybody will get
It's
it.
an
but-
easy one.
Yeah, it's an easy one. But as we go through, we'll just have a little fun thing every once in a while, and so we're going
See
to
if you can guess
show
it.
this picture, and then we're going to go to our regular clip. And after we come back and go to break, we'll talk about what it is.
all right, Mr. Perkins,
So, what's this?
what's this?
Pretty easy for most people to kind of figure that out. But
I like that. Look at that.
yeah.
Isn't it- I love those taillights and the way the fins come down into it. That's cool.
So it won't always be cars. It could be other things as well. So it just depends on how
Could
we.
be me in a Hooters outfit.
No.
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 I guess that was unanimous.
Boy, I got voted out of that one pretty quick, didn't I?
Yeah.
All right. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the clip first, and then after we come back from our commercials, we'll talk about AACA, the upcoming schedule, and we're going to tell them what the car is. So, Mr. Perkins, if you're ready, roll the footage.
Here we are. It's Plant City. For those of you who haven't been, this happens to be the Tampa Bay Classic Chevy Club. Some of the vehicles they had out there, but Plant City, really cool, cool show to go to.
And that's the old train station.
The old train station, right in town. Lots of shops. They park right on the streets. This one is a 72442.
Is this a GM show? Or
No, it's not. It's
Everything.
Yeah, everything. You'll see everything that is there for sure. So if you want to change a pace, it's the third Saturday. Of course, Lance is down south, and sometimes if you're up north or whatever, you may want to try and catch that show.
Is this daytime or evening?
Daytime, what's funny is the cars come early, like 2:30,
Oh,
3 o'clock, you know, and then they go home fairly early. I mean, a lot of them are out of there by 6 o'clock.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Now,
Now,
see,
there's
I
some
didn't know.
diehards that stay, but I'm not sure why, because they're going in the middle of the bad weather, really, or the whatever.
That was a
You
good
can kind of
one.
see how it lines the streets.
oh, they do this right on the
Right on the streets, yeah, and the railroad track is right there. I mean, the Amtrak, when it comes through, it's going 60 miles an hour, and you're going, holy mackerel, rumbling through there. So let's see, we got a Ford pickup here, 1953 F100.
Yeah, blue bill.
Oh, look at that.
That is, yeah, it's kind of a
Now
blue.
they're going to razz me on my
Six-bang on
notes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very nicely done. I mean, there was a lot of really good cars there. It was a lot of fun to see some different vehicles, obviously, and that may be the reason why you'd make a run up there sometime.
Mm-hmm.
That truck
That's
looks
an
pretty much
all-stock
stock.
truck. That's-
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was just going to say, it looks all stock.
Well, you know, that's starting at 2:30 in the afternoon. The weather's breaking off now pretty quick, so that's going to really start being nice.
Yes, as you go into the fall and the winter, this is
Yeah,
going to
it's
be a great place
just
to
right
be.
timing, it'll be nice.
And when you get in November, it gets dark at 6 o'clock anyhow, so you might as well go home, I guess. So
I
How-
noticed the first 2 or 3 cars, they're all sitting on brick pavers. Is
Yeah,
that
yeah,
like an
brick.
area by the park? Or?
yeah, no, this is the street.
Oh, this is the street?
Yeah, I mean this is the old
Oh,
brick
now
line
that's
streets. Yeah,
That's
1966 Mercury Cyclone. It's a GT.
You don't see many of those.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
66.
yeah, it certainly has that Ford look, that Galaxy look, if you will. But you're right, you don't see very many Comets, Cyclone Comets at all.
Charger.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice Charger.
68, 60. What year is that?
Well, and we'll see, of course, it's tough to tell from the front end sometimes with a Charger of that era. And of course, this has got a 446 pack in it, so it's a fairly stout engine as well. And the way you'll be able to tell is when you get to the back, when you have the 2 lights like that, that's 68. 69,
Oh, okay.
69 had a longer light that went more towards the center. So that was a real easy way of telling a 68 from a 69.
The rear window treatment was neat too, recessed like that.
Yeah, yeah. 1968 Cougar. Now here's a car you see a lot of Mustangs, but you don't see many Cougars. I had one of those. Actually, it was my wife's car, but she let me drive it, so at the time. We weren't married, but what the heck. Very nicely done. 351 Windsor that was in this car. The Cougar, for most people who probably know, was kind of the upscale version of a Mustang. Had the sequential turn signals, different lines in the Mustang, but very, very nice car that, for the past, and they certainly did a great job in restoring this one.
Oh, pretty 441 Ford.
And it's blue.
And it's blue.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of blue ones in here. I don't know how that
41.
happened, but
Really, really nice. Now, what's the engine in that?
Ford.
that is a Ford
powered.
engine, yeah.
Ford powered. It's got the
And we-
distributor up
you can
front, Ford
see-
distributor.
You can see it just barely on the.
Banjo wheel. It's nice.
Yeah, so a little bit of updated stuff. He's got air conditioning over there. You can see in the corner. And I think it's interesting that we see a lot of these cars that are done in such a way that they're not overdone as far as stock, but they certainly have been upgraded to a point that they look a lot better.
Yeah,
They run a lot better.
it's a cool
Nicely
car.
done.
Yeah.
Very nicely done.
Nice
Baby
recessed
wheels
wheels.
on.
Yeah. And it's nice, a Ford and a Ford.
Yeah.
Usually it's a Chevy, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a lot of talk about that when I did the Ford show up there
Yeah.
at Hooters. Like, well,
Yeah.
what are you
But a
going to allow
Mopar.
in?
Going to the
Ford.
Mopars, 1974 Plymouth Duster. It's a 360 4-speed. Again, very nicely done. The whole engine compartment was done, in the blue. Stock appearing, but certainly, modified slightly to kind of give it that
That's a
uphill.
71?
74.
Oh, 74.
Yeah.
Still got chrome bumpers.
34.
34. This car is spectacular. This guy owned, he was the guy that owned the Volkswagen station wagon. It was orange. He didn't come to too many shows, but he said, aren't you the guy that does the photos? I said, yeah. He said, how about taking some of these? And man, when I got into it, nicely done. Excellent interior. He said this was a lot more drivable car than the Volkswagen that he had. Sold that off, bought this one.
Nice
They
dashboard.
had nice lines on the
Didn't it
rear
though?
of those, didn't
Especially
they?
the way it kind of almost flares down at the bottom.
Yeah, almost a European type of a styling.
And it was subtle, but it was nicely done. So here's something you don't
that's
see too often. 1952 Willys.
And you know, we have a big contingent of the military
Yes, we
club
do.
in the area
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
There'll be quite a few of them. at
And
our
this
show
guy,
Sunday.
you can see he's got a rifle along the side there, mounted on the windshield base, and he had guns all over the place in this thing. So again, you can see he's got a
Did he have a year on that?
52.
52.
Yeah.
Korean War.
So it's kind of nice to be able to see something like that. Now this was wait till you see the engine on this thing.
Oh, yeah.
1969 Chevelle, and I was wearing my yellow shirt. I said, "Hey, I should be driving this car." The guy went, "Yeah."
Look at the
Look at
crossover pipe back to them
Yeah.
with the intakes.
Valve cover says Merlin on it.
572.
I don't know what it could have very well been,
Oh,
but
look at the treatment on that steering wheel. Now that's rad, isn't it? That is nice.
and again, it may have been one of those cars that was a nothing car, and by the time he got
Yeah.
done with it, it was yellow with a pearl in it. Absolutely gorgeous.
That steering wheel's a billet, and they make
Is
them
that-
match the wheels for the car. They come, you can match it.
Yeah. Now this one I asked the guy, I said, what is this? He said, well, it's a 27, it's got a 34 thrown into it, and it's this and that and everything. It's kind of a sophisticated rat rod, if you will. You can see it's got a
Rat
modern...
rod with a paint job.
Yeah, he's got an IROC engine, I think is what he told me that was
It
in
almost looks like a
oh, no,
typical,
Actually, that's a it wasn't, it was a 6-cylinder Pontiac engine is what it
It's
was.
got
except for
supercharger
those
in it.
except
Yeah.
for those upgraded years in the mechanics. That's
Yeah.
pretty much like the old 50s
Yeah,
hot rods
yeah,
looked, But then
exactly.
they put all the
And-
modern
And he did it
engines
an
and electronics.
absolutely superb
Yeah,
job.
that's something else. Oh,
It
look
is
at
pretty
that.
neat. Very cool.
You looked at it and I went, wow, and I don't think people really understood what it was.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those you would see as a railroad. Now here
Oh,
you go.
That's different. Look at that.
1957 convertible,
Wow.
but it is based off of a 2002 Camaro. So
Is
when
that
you-
what the windshield's out of?
Yeah, it's
It's a body kit that goes on it.
right. It's a body kit, so it's a late model. Of course, then you got the new Camaros, but the last generation Camaro. So you can see what it looks like on the inside, and then they put body panels on it to look like a 57.
They got the T-Bird the same way.
Nice,
Tips
huh?
Thunderbird, yeah.
They've actually got a 69 Camaro body that fits that, and there's several others, but.
Oh, it's an old prefect. Angler or
Angler.
prefect? Angler?
The Thames 48 is what this was. Again, very, very nicely done. Everything was well detailed in the vehicle. I kind of like that sedan delivery style.
Black Chevy.
I think there we got an interior shot.
That's nice.
Just did an excellent job as far as how he finished it out.
Now, were there a lot of cars at this, Bill?
I would say 150.
And that's at this time of year.
That's this
Yeah.
time of year. They'll probably run closer to 250. The cars are spread out in basically in 3 different parking lots. This is the train station. You can see the cars just to the left.